And welcome back to Echo Base Network. I am the coach. Today we're going to continue our mini documentary series called Retrospectives. Have you ever wanted to know more about IG bounty hunter droids? With the recent Mandalorian hit, the interest level in these droids has soared. Boba Fett was the bounty hunter that everybody wanted to know more about. Nobody really cared about IG-88 in The Empire Strikes Back. And recently, due to The Mandalorian, there's great interest in these battle droids. And we thank Disney for that. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and launch this episode of Retrospectives. We hope that you enjoy it. Please comment below and let us know what would you like to know more about on the next episode of Retrospectives.
IG-88, also known as IG-88B or as a flak droid, was a rogue deadly masculine IG series assassin droid manufactured by Hollow Laboratories, who worked as a bounty hunter. Following the Battle of Hoth, he and several other bounty hunters were summoned by Darth Vader to the Executor and hired to track down the Millennium Falcon and her rebel crew. Unable to track his quarry, IG-88 trailed his chief rival, Boba Fett, to Bespin, where the bounty hunter nearly destroyed the assassin droid. However, IG-88 managed to survive. At some point, IG-88 undertook a software infiltration into Death Star 2, but his plan was single-handedly thwarted by R2-Q5. The droid later met with mercenary, Bazine Neatal, to speak about the location of the Millennium Falcon. The first of the IG series assassin droid models, created in secret by Hollow Laboratories. IG-88 realized his skill and desired to kill the moment he was first activated and turned on his creators, killing everyone in the lab. From that moment on, he became one of the most feared bounty hunters in the galaxy, in part due to the lingering fear of droids from the Clone Wars, particularly those capable of battle and assassination, gaining notoriety comparable only to that of Boba Fett, his chief rival. By the year 0 AB, IG-88 consorted with the crime lord Jabba the Hutt. He was present in the Hutt's palace while Jabba received Darth Vader. The Sith Lord told the Hutt to dispense with his audience, and IG-88, along with fellow hunters, including Fett and 4-LOM, departed from the court. In 3 AB, IG-88 answered a call put out by Vader for bounty hunters to track down the Millennium Falcon. He and several other hunters, including Boba Fett, Bosk, Dinger, Zuckuss, and 4-LOM, assembled aboard the Executor, where Vader offered a bounty for the live capture of Han Solo and his companions. IG-88 tailed the Millennium Falcon, along with Fett, to Cloud City on the planet Bespin, where the assassin droid was defeated and left for scrap after his longtime rival caught it trailing him. Ultimately, Darth Vader captured Solo for Boba Fett, who then delivered the bounty to Jabba on Tatooine. A rogue Class 4 assassin droid, IG-88 was obsessed with hunting, destroying, and killing as a result of his incompletely formed droid programming. He tended to hunt alone, and earned a reputation as a merciless hunter. IG-88, originally referred to as a Clone War droid in the script and also called Flood droid during production, was originally created for the 1980 film, Star Wars. Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. His mechanical puppet was constructed by Bill Hargreaves and Steve Short of the props team and special effects department, whose design was a complete departure from concept artist Ralph McQuarrie's version. IG-88's cylindrical head was originally a combustion chamber in a Rolls-Royce Durwood jet engine, which was previously used as part of the distillery setup seen in Chalmun's spaceport cantina in the 1977 film, Star Wars, Episode 4 A New Hope. McQuarrie would revise his earlier IG-88 design during the production of Return of the Jedi. Considered an assassin droid, it did not appear in any version of the film's screenplay, but was, for the basis for EV-9D9, another practical droid built by Hargreaves and Short. McQuarrie's early concept art of IG-88 later inspired the design of the IGRM bodyguard and enforcer droid. While Lucasfilm has no official record of the identity of the technician that operated IG-88 in The Empire Strikes Back, the official Star Wars Authentics website has credited the role to Bill Hargreaves. However, the online database IMDb instead credits Paul Klein as the puppeteer of IG-88, as well as that of BGJ-38 and EV-9D9 in The Return of the Jedi. Despite this, there is no Paul Klein credited as a member of The Empire Strikes Back's effects crew. As IMDb often relies upon unconfirmed information submitted by fans, and Star Wars Insider was unable to determine who submitted said information, it is currently unknown whether or not Klein actually operated IG-88. Oddly, Star Wars Authentics credits Klein in place of Hargreaves in the description of the photograph titled Darth Vader, Dengar IG-88 and Boba Fett, despite having credited the latter in the descriptions of nearly every other live-action image of IG-88 available for purchase on the website. Though we may never know who was responsible for handling the droid on set, IG-88 has gone down in Star Wars history as a very interesting figure who made great contributions to the lore.
Alright everybody, it's your boy, it's the coach. I just got a hot tip from a friend who sent me a message over Facebook. It was a tag from a yard sale. They have a box, they described it as a 35 to 40 year old box full of toys such as Star Wars, G.I. Joes, and Transformers. So I just saw this message from my friend this morning. I happened to be off work, so I am headed as quickly as I can. It is 8:45 a.m. here, and I'm sure that they started this yard sale probably around 7. So if the toys are still there and the price is right, they are going to the coach's house. And if they are not, then I'm going to be sad and walk away, and it's going to be a loss. I wish I had gotten up earlier and looked at Facebook, but I did not. So you snooze, you lose. But I do want to say that I greatly appreciate my old friend Matt sending me the tip and letting me know, because it's exciting, man. It really gets the blood pumping when you know that there are some vintage toy goodies right down the road for sale. So let's go see what happens. Update. I messaged the seller, and it's actually the garage sale, the yard sale is at his mother's house, but I messaged the seller and he said that they should still be there this morning, and that he has in his car a box with between 80 and 100 action figures. He didn't say what toy line, but he said 80 to 100 action figures are in a box in his car, and he's going to send me pictures of those. So definitely interested. He also said that, you know, that they're not giving these away, that they're hoping to find a collector or whatever, but that doesn't mean that they know what these things are worth. So, you know, I don't know. We'll just see. He did mention selling them on eBay if he didn't find somebody, so we'll see. There wasn't very much there. Very few toys were left by the time I got there. But I had messaged and had that dialogue with the guy, and he said that he would send me the pictures. Well, he did. And his car is loaded. And it's not just 80 figures either. It's boxes and boxes of vehicles, monsters, all kinds of stuff. So we're going to meet up. He said that he would take around $350 to $400 for the entire collection. I told him that if it wasn't too beat up, that I would probably do that. So we're supposed to meet this afternoon. So I'll update you later. All right, it worked out. I am now driving back home, and the collection is in the back. I know you can see a little bit of it right there. So I got like 3 or 4 boxes. Wow, wow, wow. We love you guys. Thank y'all so much for being here to hang out with us. Like, totally random stream that we are doing here tonight. And I'm blown away that we got 50 people in here this late at night. I don't have to work tomorrow, so Nick and I were like, hey, let's go live. We didn't get to talk about everything we wanted to talk about last night. Neither one of us were feeling well. So we are back. We're going to continue last night's show. And we don't care how many people show up. The fact that you guys are here with us, this is just incredible. So welcome, Graham Sarden, Valiant Renegade, Just a Kid from Brooklyn, Josh Main, Iron Man, Steve Nitsky, Johnny Gonzalez, Canadian Spider-Man, Mike Trout, John 42, Tina Lynn, Dee Dee Myers, Alex James, Vory Linus, Phoenix Rider, YTL, Pop Culture Minefield, Cred Sox 05, Tony White, Dwight Paladin Graham, Pat S., and Anthony F. And I also see Augie Ghost. So if there's anybody, Alex GTZ, if there's anybody that I missed, I apologize. Let us know that you're here. Ephraim Arroyo is here. So yes. Welcome. Let me bring in my partner here at Echo Base Network. He is my longtime best friend. He said that we're like brothers today and that we fight. And I want you guys to know, every time we fight, he wins. Here he is. Undefeated.
Yeah. Speaking of, I got something I need to talk to you later about.
Oh, great. What did I do now?
Nothing. I just we'll talk after the stream.
Hey, let's just do it live. Let's have a live.
No, you don't want. No, you don't want to talk about this live.
Is it about the channel?
Yeah. It's about our live stream next Saturday.
Okay. I love it. That's fine. So, oh my goodness, we have a new member. Vory Linus has joined, guys, as a Jedi Master. Vory
Awesome.
Linus. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for joining us here at Echo Base Network and our member family. If everybody will please give Vory Linus a warm welcome. You are Echo Base Network, and Vory Linus, welcome to the family. This video is for you. So we also have a super chat from Valiant Renegade. I'm going to hit that in just a second. Real quick, guys, this is really important to me. This comment right here from Pat S. Pat S. made a comment last night that I misconstrued. I read it wrong. I interpreted it wrong. And I said, like, be gone or whatever I said to you, Pat. And I did apologize because I saw the messages and Pat, I'm not justifying what I said or what I did. When Nick and I made that video covering Doomcock's theories, I took some heat in the comment section. So I was already like tiptoeing and defensive. So when I saw your comment, that switch went off, and I very much apologize for that. Nick, do you want to say anything about that?
Yeah. I misunderstood the comment as well. So
yep.
Yeah,
and it's all good. All good.
There was it's funny because that the thing about when you're typing messages, and this it goes for emails, text messages, whatever. A lot of times, and this has happened between me and Coach too. Like I'd say something, and I'm like, just having fun or joking around, and he'll take it like serious or something, and like get mad at me, and I'll just be sitting there laughing because I'm
talking about me. Are you talking about me?
Well, I'm just.
I've never been mad at you.
Yeah, I'm just using for
Sure.
as an example. But the funny thing is, I was actually in one of the Amazing Lucas's streams, and I was chatting and talking in there, and I was under my personal account, so it was coming up Nicholas Glenn and not Echo Base Network, and I was telling him about something, and I was like, I tweeted it to you on Twitter. If you'll go to your Twitter page, well, unknown to me, the Twitter page on Twitter that he has is not actually him. He's not even on Twitter. So he went to my Twitter page and thought I was trying to promote myself and thought I was somebody else. And he was like, ban that guy. Like, we're trying to have a serious conversation. He's trying to promote himself. I'm like, dude, no, I'm not trying to promote my own person. So then I emailed him from our Echo Base email and was messaging. He was like, oh, my bad, Echo Base, my bad.
Yeah. Yep. So thank you, Pat, for being such a good sport and forgiving my transgression there. And so again, sorry for the confusion on my part. And typically I don't like confront live on stream like that. And if I hadn't have taken so much heat, it was really important to me that nobody thought we were going after Doomcock in that video. So I was already on edge because Doomcock is our friend. We would never, even if we think Doomcock's wrong about something, we would never do that to him. So, yep, all good, man. Thank you so much. Now, Valiant Renegade sends a $10 super chat. He says, for the random stream, because y'all are crazy, from your favorite bum, Valiant Renegade. You are one of our favorite bums. Everybody go sub to Valiant Renegade. Thank you so much for the $10. Now, you know what, Valiant Renegade, we don't do this for the money. We do this for the community. We do this for the love. But I noticed that you sent Tom a $50 super chat the other day. And, yeah. I'm just messing with you, man. I'm just messing. Did you get that uncomfortable? That silence got uncomfortable, didn't it, Nick?
I was sitting here looking at my phone while you were sitting there talking, and then I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm in the stream."
Yeah. Look, Valiant, if you're still here, what is your favorite Star Wars movie? Is it Star Wars? Is it Empire? Or is it Jedi? It's got to be original trilogy. Let me know. Let me know what you think. Oh, and I also didn't realize that Mike Trout was the person who reached out to Pat. So thank you, Mike, for intervening and doing that on our behalf. We really appreciate it. Guys, we got 78 people here, and I see so many members here. Man, we love y'all. Y'all just don't even know how important y'all are to us. So Empire Strikes Back. Alex is saying Empire Strikes Back. I don't guess Valiant's still here, so we're going to play this video for him and Canadian Spider-Man, who sent a $2 super chat. We will always give the benefit of the doubt. So well said, Valiant Renegade, or I'm sorry, Canadian Spider-Man. And look, we trust you guys. Oh my gosh!
Oh God, you did not have to do that, dude.
I feel so bad. Look, Canadian Spider-Man. We will always give the benefit of the doubt. We always will. And if you guys, and I'm saying this from the bottom of my heart, members, if you ever think we're out of line, y'all are members. You got to come tell us. If like using Pat as an example, if y'all know Pat was not wrong and I read that wrong, tell me. And Nick and I are going to trust you guys, and we appreciate it. So thank you so much, Canadian Spider-Man, for saying that. And now, you, Valiant Renegade, how dare you? You should not have done that. He says, oh my gosh, what a freaking cry for help. Empire. Here's the 50. Oh,
I wish there was a refund button
Yeah,
on
there
here
was.
because I would
There
totally
was.
hit it right now.
Okay, all right. So Valiant, what's the biggest super chat you've ever sent? Just curious. No, I'm kidding. We're stopping. Thank you guys so much. So Valiant Renegade and Canadian Spider-Man, we're going to play this message for you guys. We love you. And we are You Are Echo Based Network. And Nick and I are going to get right into this news in just a second. And in full disclosure, tonight's going to be different. Tonight's not a pre-planned show. We don't have the production. We don't have the notes that we normally have. We're just, this is two best friends having a conversation, and you guys are going to be able to come on and join us and have that conversation. So we are You Are Echo Based Network, and this Super Chat video is for you. Man. And we don't even have to say welcome Bob Crandall to the member family because everybody's doing it for him. Welcome to the family, Bob. We are so glad you're here, man. And this video is for you. We are You Are Echo Based Network. All right, so Nick, go ahead.
Real quick, who was it that joined Jedi Master earlier?
It was Vorilinus.
All right. If you are on Twitter, send us a DM. We'll add you to the Jedi Master message group on there. And then if you go to our community tab after the stream, we have a community post on there for Jedi Masters only. To where you can go in there and tell us who you want to portray you in our pre-show Jedi Masters members video.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. All right. So, Nick, we got 100 people in here with us, like on a random stream. And
a random late Sunday night.
Yeah. So here's one thing that we did not talk about at the show last night. We did not mention this. I wanted to, but it just was not on the docket, and because we could only put so much on it. So, and what it is this, and Nick and I haven't even discussed this. Why is George Lucas's face up there? Because a very popular YouTuber, and I'm going to be honest with you, man, it's not personal preference. I do not follow Star Wars Explained. I just don't. But occasionally,
Alex, Molly,
he will have something on there that I'll be like, and I'll click it and I'll give it a watch. I like to watch what everybody does, but it's not like following Doomcock or something, or Gary.
Yeah.
So he posted a video, and he's claiming, he is flat out claiming that he has inside information, someone within Lucasfilm. Y'all hear me out right here. If you don't already know this, he is claiming that his insider is telling him that Kathleen Kennedy is about to be gone, and they have agreed already that George Lucas is going to come back and lead Lucasfilm for a 2-year contract to get the ship steered in the right direction. Now, we're just talking rumor. And I'm going to be honest with you. I think it's very unlikely that it's true. Very unlikely.
Yeah.
But if it's true, holy moly. Because we never had times like we have now with George Lucas.
Yeah. And if it's true, which I'm kind of vaguely doubting that it is true. But if it is, and he does come in for a 2-year stint to try to get the ship back to where it needs to be. One, if they do this alternate timeline, he could still be able to tell his story that he wanted to do that they basically threw in the trash.
Yeah,
which would be good. Second, he would then be able for 2 years to be able to work with other people within the company, and maybe pick a better person that's going to take over Lucasfilm, like for the long run. And maybe he'll choose better next time. Like every time I think about him choosing Kathleen Kennedy, I think of the guy from Indiana Jones 3, picking the wrong cup, and then the night
you have chosen poorly.
Yeah. He chose poorly. Yeah, because that's what I think. George Lucas chose poorly in what picking Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah.
And Robert Meyer Burnett was defending her again today on his stream, and I was listening to him, and I was just like, man, I just don't see it like that. I just don't, and I love R&B.
And it's exactly what this channel is about. You just said it. You just said it. We love Robert Meyer Burnett, but we don't agree with everything he says, and he doesn't agree with everything we say. Yeah. I don't agree with everything Doomcock says. I don't agree with everything my wife says. Yeah. There's nobody in this world that I agree with everything they say.
Yeah.
And you have to be able to have the discourse and have the conversation. And that whole thing about Kathleen Kennedy, she had a fine career on paper. It was a fine career, exceptional career until 2012. And since 2012, for the past 9 years, it has been a train wreck, in my opinion.
Yeah,
and that's
mine
it.
Too.
And look, and to be quite honest with you, I don't care what she did before 2012. But when she took over Lucasfilm, now I care.
Yep.
And that's...
I'd never even heard of her before.
Yeah, neither had I, and I didn't care.
I was like, Kathleen Kennedy, who's that? And they're like, oh, she was involved with this movie, this movie. And I was like, well, those are some big movies. I never even heard of this person.
And you picked up on it, Christian. That's exactly why I said on paper, because it's kind of like a resume. A lot of people have resumes that look great, but they really didn't accomplish all those things by themselves. It's kind of like an assistant coach who takes credit for all the head coach's wins and accomplishments. No. You didn't do that. You were part of it. No. But anyways, so let's do this, guys. If you think, this is going to be kind of sad. If you think that George Lucas, that this rumor that Alex from Star Wars Explained showcased, if you think that George Lucas is going to be coming back to Star Wars in the near future to lead Lucasfilm for the next 2 years, if you think that's going to happen, give us a 1 in chat. And if you do not, give us a 2. Let's see what happens there. Let's see the 1s and the 2s. 1 if you think he's coming back. 2 if not. Yeah, I'm gonna go 2. Nick went 2. We got some 1s. I like it. I'm glad. Bam! Look at all that.
69. I like Fat Steven Seagal's response.
Oh my goodness, Steven. I wish 1, but sadly 2.
1.5.
Yeah. Debbie's a bunch of 1s. Yep.
Mark the Infinitely Tired. 1.5.
2, but I hope 1. Yep. You know
John
what though, guys?
4296.
I really like seeing the 1s though, because that means we still have some hope. That means we still have some hope, and we're gonna hold out hope. I mean, we are. No matter what, no matter how bad it gets, and no matter how bad it gets, we're,
Yeah.
we're gonna have some hope.
Oh, it's
So,
funny. It's funny that you just brought up Geode.
yeah.
Two things real quick on that.
Hmm.
I thought about our good buddy Robert Pearson, um, who is the Echo Base Network prop builder over in the UK. You know the figures that he made us.
Yeah.
Like I was thinking, how funny would that be if he made a Geo carded figure and put a rock in there? Like, talk about novelty item.
Well, somebody's going to do that on eBay. They do that stuff. That's like somebody sells the burnt up skeleton of Aunt Beru on eBay
Really?
as a custom figure. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. I did not know that.
Yeah.
But also I actually had one of our other subs actually messaged me on over Facebook today and said this, and this was just today.
This is the perfect time for this. Ladies and gentlemen, the newest segment to our show. Nick is about to kick this thing off. We hope that you enjoy. What'd they tell you, brother?
All right, so this is the conversation, and it's short. This is real short, so this won't take long. But they said they messaged me and said Geode was actually pretty good character, and I said, really?
I've heard people say that.
I said, really? Question mark. And he says, yes. Well, he didn't say much. He still worked. And plus, we did get one heroic scene where he saved one of the Jedi. And I said, how? I said, how? It does not make sense to me. And I have a hard time understanding him as a character.
Yes.
And he said, he's like the giant from Never Ending Story. Well, the character doesn't have much. He's
the rock biter?
The giant from Never Ending Story.
Yeah, the rock biter.
Yeah.
That was a great character.
Yeah, he said he's like that character.
No,
the character doesn't have much. He's still like that friend that listens when you need them to. And I said, so he has ears and a mouth? ? We don't know. He was never. It was never stated from the book. And I just said,
Sounds like you're giving him
right.
Right. Oh, we gotta do that. We got to get Dr. Evil saying that as a short. So Here, we got a question here, Nick, that I want you to answer. Carol says right here, talk about me. Why is your avatar mad in the comments intro? Talking about my avatar.
Oh, yeah. I was wondering that when I saw it too.
You know why?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do know why. Now that you just mentioned, you didn't even have to say, and I already know why.
Well, you can explain it.
So, Coach is a very sensitive guy. He is like a baby, like baby sensitive level. Like
Can you believe they said that?
He does not deal well with the comment section. If somebody's like on him, and like I laugh, I have fun on the comment sections. Like we get so many positive comments, which is awesome. But I get excited when I get that troll or that person calling us racist or some other stupid crap. Like I have fun with those. That's when I'm like, okay, now this is getting entertaining, you know. But Coach, he does not deal well with the negative comments on there. So that's why his avatar is that way.
I get very sensitive to that stuff.
Yeah.
And especially on stuff that we like work so dang hard on, man.
Yeah.
Like I will put together what I am proud of what I just made. I just spent 5 hours working on this Luke Skywalker video. And they're hating on my music. And Nick's like, "Oh, forget it, man. Don't worry about it." I'm like, "No,
dude, who cares? You don't even know you don't even know that
Yeah.
person. Who cares what they say? Look at the 100 other comments that are saying something positive about it.
yeah, that's true." That's the thing, man. The negatives to me are just always so much bigger than the positives, and I love the positives, guys. Thank y'all, but those negatives, hate it. So yeah. Thank y'all for all the backup and everything. We got some super chats we got to get through, Nick, and if we could keep talking about the George Lucas rumor, but we got to get to the GEODE thing and and do this. If you want to pop in the stream tonight, we'll have pop-ins. If you want to join us and talk about anything Star Wars related or whatever, we're going to talk Kenobi in a second. We're going to talk GEODE, The Rock in a second, and we're going to talk about the George Lucas rumors that we just did.
Yeah.
And real quick, guys, I'm doing my best to read the comments. I really am. I'm going to have to get to where I probably have to slow the chat down like 3 seconds. So you can't comment for like every 3 seconds because I don't want to miss things like this. And this kind of stuff stresses me out. Eddie says, "Hey, everyone at Echo Base Network, getting out of the hospital tomorrow from a kidney infection. That's the good news." I would hate to miss that message, Nick. Eddie, we're so glad that you are getting better and that you're getting to go home, man. So definitely thank you for the update, and we're glad, man.
and I missed it too because I'm looking at other stuff the whole time, and I glance over at the chat like normally, like when Coach is talking, and I'll skim through some of the stuff in there. But yeah.
Yep. So yeah, thank you. And look at this, man. Look at all the people saying good news, Eddie. Great news, Eddie. And that's just awesome. And oh, by the way, guys, Nick, you want to tell them
About what?
Eddie?
Oh, that's your name?
That's my name.
Yeah.
So we have a connection, Eddie Gannon, because my name is Eddie too. So not Eddie 2, but whatever.
Your actual legal name though is Edward, right?
Are you serious? Did you really just say that to me?
Yeah.
That is not my name. How long have you known me?
No, I'm joking because
what's my real name then?
Edward.
I cannot believe you.
I'm joking.
Tell me. Prove it.
Eddie, your middle name is Rand.
No, what's my real first name? You don't know. Oh, that is so funny, Anton's World.
Edgar.
Yes, my real legal name is Edgar, and I hate it with a passion. Look at this. Eduardo. Where it's Theodore. That's dirty, man. That is dirty. Oh, he got me. Let's see. Oh, Anton's World of Videos. That's what my family calls me. My family has always called me Edmund. My brother still calls me that to this day. Yeah, they all called me Edmund.
Oh, I've never heard them call you that.
All my life, I've been Edmund. So that's hilarious. All right, let me get through these super chats real quick, and thanks for hanging out with us tonight, guys. We're going to be here for a while. We're not in any hurry, so just sit back and relax, and this is going to be good. Mr. Ed Wilbur, is your middle name Allen? Oh, that's funny. My middle name is Rand, R-A-N-D, and I'm the third, so I am named after my father, who was whatever, like my father before me. Okay, We have a super chat here, Nick. EBN is all love. Don't listen to any negative responses. Look, I follow Jeremy. I love all responses as long as they are respectful. 1999 super chat from our brother, Eric Horstman. Thank you
Awesome.
so much, Eric.
Thanks,
Thank
Eric.
you so much. Eric was here. Eric, I sent you a DM today on Twitter if you haven't gotten it yet. Thank you so much for that super chat, bro. We appreciate it, man. Mike Trout sends a $10 super chat. He says, "What's up, Coach and Nick? FYI, I only assist Mexican Iron Man gets more credit for letting Pat S. know. I was happy to help clear a misunderstanding, though. Hail Echo Based Network. Hail Chat. Hail Pat S. Hail Mexican Iron Man." Thank you so much, Mike. And I love Mexican Iron Man, and he does so many good things for us. And I knew that he had a relationship with Pat, so I appreciate him doing that, and I will pass that on and tell him your sentiment there as well. Thank you so much. Daryl the Derelict sends a $5 super chat. He says, "Geode is a sad attempt to make Star Wars rock again." You want to tell them about the video that we did today, Nick? The little funny one that we did?
Yeah, so we dropped a video earlier today on GEODE, and just kind of like our response to it. It's just kind of a funny, quick, short video. So if you guys haven't watched it yet, definitely go check it out.
Yeah, yeah.
And also real quick, Darth Plagueis on Twitter actually just sent us a message and said Alex from Star Wars Explained is actually piggybacking off the Star Wars Only report from earlier this week.
You know what? I think I saw that one too. But yes, that's that's good. That's right. That's good. Yeah. And thank you, bro, for straightening that out. Well, Daryl the Derelict, thank you so much for that $5 super chat, brother. And Christian Jones sends a $5 super chat. He says, "On the thing with Geode the Rock, there is a scissor, a lobster alien named Therm Scissor Punch."
Is this real, or are you just making this up?
Dude, I'm going to Google it. Therm. It's real.
It is?
It auto-corrected. It auto-filled on Google. That's real.
Wow.
Therm Scissor Punch. So now we just need paper.
Oh my God. The creativity is like
hand grenade.
Yeah. Bottom of the barrel. I don't know. I'm speechless on that. Like,
Hey, here's something that that you can talk about, Nick. And see, this is again. I love seeing the chat. Darth Scipio at Batman big fan, and Batman's been here like from the beginning. So hail to you, Batman. I'm looking for your comment. I'm not seeing it. But Darth says, at Batman Big Fan, Coach and Nick are taking advantage of the Gina Carano wave and make a lot of videos with it. Otherwise, they probably have 30,000 subs. And what I think Darth Scipio is saying is that we are not taking advantage of the Gina Carano wave because we're not. We're not.
yeah.
We covered it. We did a 9-hour live stream on Gina Carano. We stand with Gina Carano.
Yeah. We've made that publicly known. We're not going to harp on it every day.
We could have made a Gina Carano video every day, but that's not what you guys want to see, and that's not why you come here.
Yeah.
But thanks, guys. Look, when everybody's kind of doing the same thing, we will try our best to offer you an alternative. And if you want to know our take, that'll be the live stream, or whatever. Yeah, who knows? Who knows? Yeah. So here we go. Vigilante Williamson, who's been doing a lot of live streams lately. Hey, Vigilante. He says, this rock is laying the smack down on my interest in Star Wars. Thank you, bro, for that $5.
I liked when Fat Steven jumped in last night and had the rock with the rock's face on the rock.
Yeah, exactly. Mexican Iron Man sends a $9.99 super chat. He says, Edgar Theodore Maximus Grover Gopher III.
That's funny.
Oh my goodness. So I'll just go ahead and let everybody know, I guess. So my last name is Groves, Groves, not Grover.
Yep. So now you guys can look up his info and dox him and find out where he lives.
Yeah, please don't do that. Please don't do that. Eddie Groves.
Also, I was on with Fat Steven earlier today, and one of the questions I know that he did not get to ask is my favorite Steven Seagal movie, which is Under Siege. I know he's in the chat right now. So Under Siege is my favorite Steven Seagal movie. Coach, what's yours?
Above the Law.
That's
Marked for Death. Glimmer Man. All of those are better than Under Siege.
Under Siege is my favorite.
No way.
Under Siege is one of my favorite action movies.
Above the Law is 10 times better than that.
I'm a big fan of, well, you know how I am with military stuff. Like,
yeah.
I like that kind of stuff.
Yep. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. I remember when we rented that movie in the 8th grade, and I know why you rented it.
Yeah. The cake scene. I think we rewound that a couple times and paused it and put it in slow motion.
Dwight Paladin Graham sends a $2 super chat. He says, all aboard Crazy Train, I'm driving the bus. And he does drive for a living. You are awesome, Dwight. Thank you so much for all your support, brother. We love you, man. So anyways, Dwight, Mexican Iron Man, Vigilante Williamson, Christian Jones, Daryl Derelict, Mike Trout, and Eric Horseman. We are, you are Echo Base Network, and this video is for you. All right. So if you want to pop in tonight, throw up a 1 in chat right now. I just want to kind of gauge how many people are wanting to join us in the stream for pop-ins, because if all 150 of you want to join us for pop-ins, we'll do it. So yep, there's some ones. So we're definitely going to be doing pop-ins. And yeah, we felt like we weren't as attuned to the pop-ins last night. Nick was sick, and I had to step away for a few minutes and missed a lot of what was said by people. And pop-ins, honestly, it's the most important part of our show. I mean, it really is, because you guys get mine and Nick's opinion in our pre-recorded episodes. Our live stream is about community and about hearing from you guys. So, and there's absolutely no reason to be nervous about coming in here. So, Jerome Williams is in the house, Nick.
Jerome. So, for those of you that don't know, Jerome actually helped us with our splash screens on our documentary. So every time you see Star Wars come up in the part 1, part 2, Jerome actually did that for us.
Yep. And he did the special edition one for us as well. And yep. Jerome, we are rocking and rolling on our next feature film.
Yep.
So we would love to collaborate with you. If you're willing, sir. And hail to Gagnus World. What's going on, bro? Good to see you here. Everybody that I haven't mentioned already, thanks for being here. We really appreciate it, y'all. So, Nick, we
Our,
got
our
people that are
last our last giveaway winner, Shellback, is in the house too. And speaking of giveaways, we got one of our subs, Crit Socks, who's actually sending us another giveaway item.
exactly. Look at Jerome Williams. Look, guys, we're going to tell y'all, man. Jerome was there when we first started live streams,
Yeah,
and we did not have a flippin' clue what we were doing. We were like, is this thing on? Like,
yeah,
it was
yeah.
so bad.
Like we're testing audio, like we're trying to fix stuff during the stream.
Oh,
Like,
it's embarrassing how bad. Go look at our earliest videos. Oh my gosh.
yeah,
Oh my
they're pretty
gosh.
funny.
Yeah. And I'm not saying we're like there now. I'm just saying we know we've gotten better.
Yeah,
Oh
but
yeah.
yeah. Jerome's been there since almost the get go.
Absolutely he has. Absolutely. So Derelict sends a $20 super chat, Nick. He says, hold the phone. Did we get transported to an alternate reality? I think children could do a better job than Lucasfilm Creative Group.
You would think so after hearing about the rock stuff and the and the scissor. What was the other? The scissor punt. The whatever. I don't even
Scissor
remember.
punch.
Yeah, like it's just it's so cringe. I mean, even if you're reading it and it's actually a good story, still you could have gave the same story with a little bit better character designs other than like a rock and scissor punch and that what was that other character, ram or I don't even, it's just it's so
Le-
cringe.
Leox Gaiasi.
Yeah, yep, that one. um the gay Matthew McConaughey Han Solo clone.
Yeah, and you know what? I don't, you know, he's gay. Okay. The major problem with it is that Leo the 10th was one of the most evil men to ever walk the planet of the face of the earth.
No.
Has nothing to do with him being gay. This dude was straight up evil. So, anyways, that's just like, why are we naming a Star Wars character after somebody like that? Might as well call him Satan,
Yeah,
you know? Anyways, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole, but
like
Daryl,
Dragon Ball Z.
yeah, Daryl, exactly, Hercule.
Yeah.
Daryl, thank you so much for that $20 super chat, and we greatly appreciate that, my friend. We are UR Echo Base Network, and this video is for you. All right, Nick. So next up I've got for us is let's talk Kenobi.
All right.
Then we'll go to GEODE. Let's talk Kenobi. So here's the things that we know about Kenobi right now. Obviously, we're getting Ewan McGregor back. Obviously, we're getting Hayden Christensen back as Darth Vader. The only thing that Kathy Kennedy actually said about the only thing that Kathy Kennedy actually said about the series was that it's going to be the rematch of the century. So we have to gather that Darth Vader and Obi-Wan Kenobi are going to fight again, and this is 10 years after Revenge of the Sith.
Mm-hmm.
So other things that we know. It's only going to be one season. It is a mini series, and each episode is going to be about an hour in length.
Yeah, so it's basically the time length of he's basically getting his own trilogy in episode format.
Right. So there's that whole thought about Obi-Wan is a hermit living in his hut, and he's just watching Luke from a distance. I like the idea that he got away for a little bit and did something. Bail Organa knows where he's at. He's my favorite character, so I'm biased. The thing that I'm concerned about is them changing the way we view the original trilogy in any regard. I don't
Yeah.
even care how good the show is. Don't change the lore of the original trilogy. And I'm afraid, Nick, I'm just afraid that they can't help it. They're going to have to change it. Just
Yeah.
like somebody said in a comment the other day, somebody sent a super chat. It was a Kenobi. B Kenobi sent a super chat last night. And he said, I sense a presence that I haven't felt since a couple of years ago.
Yeah. Yeah,
You know?
exactly. Yeah, I don't want to see. So I'm on the side of, I think Kenobi needs to be sticking close to Luke, staying on Tatooine, not going off world, not going out on all these other side adventures. Being close enough to where he still, is close to Luke. Well, at the same time, being inconspicuous of who he is, that he's a Jedi, all that sort of stuff, and no rematch between him and Vader. Like I would like to see maybe Vader doing his own thing and have it be the Obi-Wan series, but you see what Vader's doing. Maybe there's somebody who finds out where he's at. Obi-Wan's trying to stop him from informing Vader, something like that. We see Vader almost sort of like a side story, but the main focus of the show is on Obi-Wan and what he's doing. But yeah, I'm, you know, it's Disney. They don't have a good track record, so I'm definitely nervous about it. I'm excited to see it because I like the character and I like Ewan McGregor, but
So, yeah, I'm with you.
I'm also concerned on what they're going to do uh, and how they're going to change things.
Yeah. So I'll tell you this, though. Let me put on my optimistic cap real fast. Star Wars is in such a bad place right now
Hmm.
that if they give us a Kenobi series that is not woke and full of agenda,
Yeah,
if it's actually a decent show, if it's an average to decent to good to great show, then it's good for Star Wars and it's
yeah,
good for the fans.
yeah,
We need something besides The Mandalorian.
yeah.
It has to happen. How much good Star Wars have we gotten under the Disney branch? How much?
Mm,
Name it.
Rogue One and a couple of the episodes of Mandalorian
And Rebels.
and Rebels. Rebels was good. Was that
Yes,
under Disney?
absolutely it was.
Okay.
Every bit of it.
Yeah.
Every bit of it. So, oh, and season 7 of Clone Wars.
The last 4 episodes was good. I skipped all the middle stuff,
Yeah,
so
I'm
I
with you.
never saw it. I heard it
Yeah.
was pretty bad.
Well, the point is, there's been far more negative and bad than the good that they've given us.
Yeah,
We need the Kenobi series to be good. If The Mandalorian is going to be the only live action anything that's any good, we need Boba Fett, the book of Boba Fett to be good. We need Ahsoka to be good. We need Kenobi to be good, and we need Mandalorian to remain good, and turn our backs basically to everything else. Hang on, that
yeah, yeah,
they are Kathleen Kennedy is giving us this and not this.
Yeah.
This is kind of like the eye doctor. A or B? A or B? B.
Yeah, all day. Yeah, all day. They yeah, I mean they're and not only is a large part of the content not been good. Resistance was another show that they did that I watched. I tried watching it and I was just like, oh man, it's just not good. I did not like it. I stopped watching. I gave it a chance and I was like, if it hooks me, I'll keep watching it. And it didn't.
Yes.
But also the stuff that they're just doing from a company standpoint is just bad. So we're getting bad content and we're getting bad press from the out of the company. On decisions that they're making, things that employees are doing and saying, attacking the fans, all that kind of stuff, and it's just not good for the brand of Star Wars. And I'm just like, who's running things over there? Like, who over there thinks this is good business practices?
I know. So look, if if I take my emotions out of it, because with my emotions involved, I have almost no hope that we're going to get a new head of Lucasfilm this week or an announcement or anything. But if I look at this logically, Nick, I think we have a chance. I think we have a chance that on March the 9th, in 2 days from now, we are going to get a huge announcement, or at least the hint of one. They are never going to come out and say, we were wrong, this should have been better. They're going to pat Kathy Kennedy on the back and say, job well done. They're going to let her ride off into the sunset like she's a hero.
Yeah.
And I hope that they're going to do the classy business thing. It's kind of like a coach. You had your run. It could have been better. You could have won more games. But we're gonna give you this plaque and say, job well done. Thank you for everything you did. And you got to go. And then we're going to bring in somebody else because we don't want to make $270 million on this. We want to make triple that.
Yeah.
Triple that.
Yeah, and with the merchandise, like, I mean, they're not. So this was something else that we didn't do a video on, but we talked about it, but we never. I don't think we talked about it in a live stream or anything. So PlayStation is coming out with a new Star Wars pinball game that you can download that's got several different pinball
we talked about it last week. This is great, Nick.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Let me run to the restroom while you talk about this and tell everybody. This is amazing, and I will be right back.
So, so PlayStation is coming out with a new pinball game that you can download on the PlayStation Store, and everything is based on the original trilogy, The Mandalorian, and the prequels. Nothing from the sequel trilogy. Nothing from the sequel trilogy at all. I mean, they're doing Mandalorian, which just finished up. In the sequel trilogy finished up, over a year ago. So they could have easily have put something in there with the sequel trilogy, and they put nothing sequel trilogy related in there. All the action figures and the toys that are coming out, nothing sequel trilogy is coming out. No new Rose Tico figures, no new Rey figures, no new Kylo figures, nothing. Not even the Luke Skywalker figures from those sequels sold. Because who wants to buy action figure of a depressed old man living on an island waiting to die. Nobody. So the fact that I mean, you can see that they know that they screwed up on that sequel trilogy, and they're kind of moving away from it. I mean, it is clearly obvious, and I'm not seeing anything else sequel trilogy wise coming out either. Um, no new action figures or no new anything that has anything to do with the sequel trilogy at all. I was actually just doing a quick Google search here.
We are behind on these super chats. We definitely need to get caught up on these.
Yep. Yeah. I'm pretty much
Okay.
done on my. I was just looking to see if they had any announcements on any sequel trilogy action figures that were coming out, and there is nothing
Yeah,
out
does
there.
not surprise me.
Yeah.
Well, let's hit some of these super chats real quick, and then we're going to do pop-ins. If you are new to the channel, I see a lot of people here who are not members. If you are new to the channel or you're visiting us here for the first time, we have what we call pop-in sessions, where we throw out the link to StreamYard, and you could join us live here, where you can basically speak your mind, and it's totally open. Like, no reason to be nervous. We respect everyone's opinion. We may have said things tonight that you disagree with. You are welcome to come on and let's have a let's. I love hearing people's opinions, especially when they're not what we think. So, anyways, yeah, definitely pop in with us, and we'll have a few different panels. So first super chat we're going to hit is Daryl the Derelict sends $5. He says, it's like if SpongeBob did a Star Wars episode. I think I'll have a drink. Talking about that.
Yeah. GEODE.
Yep. Thank you so much, Daryl, for that $5 super chat and keeping the fires burning here at Echo Base Network. And then the 70s rock fan. That's hilarious. The 70s, that 70s rock fan sends $2 Canadian. Geode as James Bond in From Rubble with Love. That's pretty funny. From Rubble with Love. Debbie Young sends a $9.99 super chat. But Debbie, I don't see the message. If you will post what you intended to say there, we will highlight that. So just go ahead and post that for us if you're still here. And Debbie, we appreciate you, Debbie. And we're going to do this Star Wars healing together, all of us. Dwight Paladin Graham, who's going to be popping in here in a few minutes, he sends a $5 super chat. He says, what if it's Mace versus Anakin rematch? Wait for TikTok lives I started, hashtag Echo Base Network and hashtag Before the Darkness. Thank you so much, Dwight. You are awesome, man. Thank you for I was getting alerts on my TikTok account that you were liking the videos. So thank you, man. It made me smile. And
yeah. So we got TikTok now. That is all, Coach.
Yes, it is.
I am not trying to keep up with another social media.
No,
thing.
We both do Twitter together.
Yeah.
You do Instagram. I do TikTok.
Yep.
So it's all good. I'll be dancing one day. You just wait.
And we got our Facebook group,
which you do that.
Yeah.
Occasionally I post something, but
yeah.
And we're both doing the YouTube channel members.
Yep.
Community tab. So anyways, has Debbie said anything? No, I don't see. Hail to Latino Slant, who is here. Loved having you on the other day, Paulie. Loved having you on, brother. And what do you think about what Dwight said, Nick? What if it's Mace versus Anakin that's the rematch of the century? That's pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing. So Kathleen Kennedy could totally be, kind of misleading people when she said, it's going to be the rematch of the century. Talking about Anakin and Obi-Wan. It could be somebody else. We could have Maul and Obi-Wan, even though we saw that fight in Rebels. Maybe they do another take on it. Who knows what they're going to do? And then maybe we get Mace and Vader.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. I'm literally have no idea.
No idea, but it's a great thought.
Yeah,
and I can't help it, man. I think we're going to see Mace Windu again. I really, really do. And I'll tell you what, the fans would be excited for that.
Yeah,
and for the most part.
And Putin's cat puts in there that Maul is dead. But is he dead during this time frame of the Obi-Wan show?
Well, yeah.
Because in Rebels,
if he died at the end of Revenge of the Sith, he's dead. But we don't know that he died, and it's not canon.
Darth Maul?
No. Mace Windu.
Oh no, I'm talking about Maul. So Putin's cat said Maul is dead.
I think he's right. I think that the Kenobi series is set after that episode in Rebels. Correct. Because Luke Skywalker is going to be 9 or 10 years old. And the Luke that they showed in Rebels is significantly younger than that.
But Obi-Wan was pretty old during that encounter when he killed Maul. I mean, he looked like Obi-Wan from
That's true. Well, that's what he should look like in the Kenobi series.
Yeah. He should definitely have the gray.
Yeah.
For sure.
I think he will.
Yeah.
So Daryl the Derelict says if Kenobi faces Vader in the series, it could decanonize the original trilogy, which is what KK has been wanting to do. Oh, man. Yeah. You talk about a major backlash if that happens.
Yeah, people are not going to be happy about that.
And the thing is that by itself, that could stand as great entertainment. Seeing Ewan McGregor fight Hayden Christensen again. Like, think about the fight at the end of Revenge of the Sith. If they pull that off again by itself, oh, that's great. But look at the effect that it's having on what we love the most, which is the original trilogy.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, if that happens and I'm watching it and it's a good fight, which I'm sure it would be, I would be like, it would be hard for me to enjoy it because I would hate the fact that they're doing it so much. Because I'd be like, this just doesn't, they shouldn't be seeing each other again. You know, the end of Revenge of the Sith should have been their last time they see each other until they see each other again.
On the Death Star.
Yeah, because Vader even said, when I left you, I was but the learner. Now I'm the master. It's not like he's gonna well, what are they gonna do? Have another stalemate in a rematch?
Yeah. Yep, I know exactly what you mean.
So it's like, God, I really hope they don't do it.
Yep. Yep. All right, so our next super chat is Mr. Zod's Fandom Zone. Hail, Mr. Zod. He said, lol, the anthem is We Will Rock You.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that was in the video we dropped earlier.
No, that was I Want to Rock by Twisted Sister.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I want to rock. Yep. I want to rock. All right. Sorry, now that I got that in y'all's heads. Debbie Young sends a $9.99 super chat. She says, I've been under the impression that Obi-Wan meets Anakin and Darth Vader in the flashbacks, almost like he suffers from PTSD. But I'm hoping the same. I think we hear retired, I pray. Yeah, flashback scenes could be absolutely great, and we are hoping that we get a farewell address in 2 days. We wish you well, Kathy. Go away.
Yeah. Go enjoy your life doing nothing and just
lay on your
enjoy.
bed and let somebody feed you grapes. Just stay away from Star Wars.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. That's right, Valiant. You like that. You like that. All right. Blood Goat sends a $5 super chat. Kenobi versus Maul rematch could open up for Dark Underground.
Read that again.
Kenobi versus Maul rematch could open up for Dark Underground. What is Dark Underground? I'm not sure what that is.
I'm not sure.
Is it because we're boomers? We don't know what that is? I don't know.
Possibly.
Blood Goat, type and let us know what that is. If anybody knows, if you could fill in the hole there for us. Nick, be paying attention to the chat. But thank you, Blood Goat, and we'll try to get that figured out, man. And Christian Jones sends last super chat to catch up. Christian Jones sends a $5 super chat. Kenobi is 9 BBY. Rebels was about 4 to 2 BBY. That's about right. That's about right. I'm with you. About 5 years difference or so. Yeah, the Luke that we saw running in the distance was a small child, 4 or 5 years oldish. Daryl the Derelict, another $5 super chat. I'm sorry to be Johnny Raincloud. Always love the content and your take on Star Wars universe. Keep the faith, brothers. Bro, we're trying. No matter what, we're going to keep the Star Wars that all of us love alive together. That's our mission. We may hate what they're doing, but we're gonna focus on this and not this.
Yeah.
We'll laugh at that. We'll have a good laugh.
Yeah.
But that's what we love. That's what gets the heart pumping. And then Rogue Soul sends a $5 super chat. He says, so I renamed my cat Feline, my car Vehicle, and my chair Back Support. Can I get a job writing for the High Republic as well? But seriously, thank you both.
Yeah. It's so funny that they just named the rock character Geode, and like Doomcock said in his video, they actually spelt it right. They didn't make like a cool like G-Ode, or something like that. Like it's literally just Geode. In the ship, the vessel that they fly around is literally called Vessel. It's like the creativity is so bottom of the barrel. It's just like let's just call him, Geode, and that vessel. What are we gonna name this vessel? I don't know. Let's just name it Vessel.
Yeah. Well, guys, thank y'all so much for the super chats. Daryl the Derelict, the 70s rock fan, Debbie Young, Dwight Paladin Graham, Mr. Zod's Fandom Zone, Blood Goat, Christian Jones, and Rogue Soul. We are, you are, Echo Base Network, and this video is for you, and we will have our first pop-in panel right when we come back. I already played that one. This one's for you. Our next super chat video will be the Kathy Kennedy target practice video, so look forward to that. Pop in time. We have, let's see, who all is going to be joining us. Graham is going to be joining us. Darth Haster is going to be joining us. Shellback, Valiant Renegade, and fill in the blank. Ladies and gentlemen, let's pop in. Nick, you are the CEO. I am listening to these gentlemen with bated breath. I am dying to know what we're talking about.
All right, so we're just gonna go down the line. We'll start with Paladin up at the top, and then go down to Valiant across, and then down to fill in the blank, and end with Chris. But we'll start with Paladin. All right, Paladin, what's on your mind? What do you want to speak on?
Hey, Graham.
Hey, want to thank you guys again for letting this happen and speak out, so on and so forth, and all the other fans. I did. You put your hashtags out on TikTok today. Actually started them, added them on there, so they are actually the Echo Base Network and Before the Darkness is out there on TikTok land now. And I just heard you guys were talking about the Mace situation, because I'd done that super chat. I was in the middle of trying to figure it how to pop in here because I finally had to update YouTube. But also, I think it's kind of a situation. They may be getting ready to let Cassie Kennedy go out to pasture. Be like, here, go tend your flowers, and we'll take care of this over here.
That's exactly right.
And where you're better set for doing this here. We really need you to do this because we're having troubles, type of thing. Trying to go off like the coach was saying. Hey, kind of the coach up situation, but kick them to the curb.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much. I've got tons of ideas where the people that they're going to be trying to tie in to further on past the sequel type situation. Yeah. And for Frank's sake, I'm trying to go off and figure out a character to go off and represent on the videos and everything. And I'm like, okay. So any ideas?
Whoever you want, man.
Yeah.
It could be anybody from anywhere.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be Star Wars. I mean, it could literally be any character, any fiction character you like.
And what Dwight is talking about is our Jedi Master members get their own character to represent them in our pre-show video. So he's got to pick him a good one.
Yeah. Yep. So just give it some thought and just go to that community tab.
Yeah.
What about Sylvester Stallone from Over the Top?
Oh, Bull Hurley?
No, not him. Like Sylvester Stallone's character. What was his name?
Oh,
I know somebody knows it. What was his name?
Not gonna say it.
Lincoln Hawk.
Lincoln
Hawk.
Lincoln Hawk.
You.
Yep.
Thank you.
Hawk and Son.
Yeah.
Well, I could do Chewbacca every once in a while. I was thinking, okay, how am I going to do this? And then I'm getting that green cloak for the doing the Jedi after I go off and start designing that saber. But also, I'm a Firefly fan, so Mal with Firefly, because that's just a space trucker movie all right there.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to decide right now. Just think about it. Just go to the sometime this week before Saturday's show, preferably before Friday, so Coach has time to put it together and add it in there.
Man, you wouldn't believe how much time it takes me just to make that video.
Yeah,
like trying to make sure everybody's getting the image they want. Oh, yeah, and I want to make sure I get that right. You know, I kind of stress about that, to be honest.
I want to thank you for my rose, Tico. That was perfect.
You're so welcome. I agree. You could not have picked something better.
I thought it was great with her biting the finger. That cracked me up. That was great.
But
Dwight, go ahead, Nick. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say, just think about it and just throw it in there when you come up with one. Once you get it selected, that's going to be your character, because it's going to be too much of a hassle for us to try to go back and change later.
At least the character for a few months, and then we'll we'll hit a reset. We'll hit a reset.
Yeah.
Dwight, that's a great thought that you had about Mace Windu. I never thought about that. And what if that is
I
the
could, I could
rematch?
see it be where he goes to Dagobah because Yoda's calling him. He goes like, "What's up?" He's like, "You need to go help Mace. He's going in against Anakin." Or the situation he doesn't want him to go in against Anakin, so Yoda calls him there, while Mace does this, trying to go off and protect him because there's too much emotion to keep it from going to the dark side.
Yeah.
I would like to see a Mace who has shifted over to the gray, that's struggling with anger and revenge, and he goes and confronts Vader and fights Vader, and Vader kills him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to see that.
It's kind of popped in my head there a while ago, and then the Netherworld situation. I typed in, I think the Underworld that the one person was talking about. That's the Netherworld for the Sith side, if I'm thinking correctly. I'm not sure, but anyhow, thank you all. I'll go
Our pleasure, bro.
myself.
Yep.
Our pleasure.
Thanks for popping in.
Thank you.
All right, Valiant. What's going on, brother?
Oh, not much. I just wanted to pop in and say hi to you guys. I can't believe you wound up doing another show on a Sunday night because Saturday wasn't enough, apparently. But no, it's great. It's always fun seeing you guys out here. And Dwight over there, obviously you are a trucker. God bless you. You are the lifeblood of America. You make this country run, and without you guys, this country does not function. One of my best buddies is a trucker, has been for years, and unfortunately, we had to. He had a 20-year-old daughter that we had to bury last weekend, and he was trapped in Arkansas during the ice storm. Couldn't make it home in time, and he is, he is a great man, a great friend. We graduated together in the finance program, and he wound up going on into being a trucker like you, and he absolutely loves it. But last weekend was tough for him. You guys are amazing, and the life that you guys have chosen, I just want to thank you for what you do, because it's a tough life, but it's a life of love. And, thank you for what you do. So, no, I mean, as far as Star Wars goes, look, you guys have been kind of, hitting all the nails on the head. And one of the videos that I've been thinking about doing this week, I think is going to come out shortly. Once again, this is my busy time of year, folks. I know I've been a little short on videos in the last few days, but this is a crazy time of year for me. So I'm trying to play catch up. But yeah, I've been saying this for a while. I think this is what's going to happen. And this is basically what I'll be talking about later this week, is that, we see a lot of the commentary coming out from Chapek earlier this week at the Morgan Stanley conference. And everybody's nervous about him singing Kathy's praises and all this. And, Coach and Nick, you guys kind of hit it earlier. What do you expect him to do? What do you expect? He's not going to come out there and throw her under the bus. This is not how Disney operates. My contention is that from a business perspective, this is how you show somebody the door.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Now, Kathy's contract runs through October of this year. She was renewed in October of 2018. It'll go through October of 2021 this year. And if you want to make a peaceful exit and not have a buttload of fireworks, as Disney is obviously very abhorrent of, they do not like that kind of stuff. They will make it as peaceful as possible. They will be nice to her. They will sing her praises, including on Tuesday at the annual stockholders meeting. I think they will overall avoid the subject. They will talk about how successful and how beloved the series finale of, the season finale of Mandalorian was with the return of Luke Skywalker. They will say, "Oh, Kathy was a great leader," blah, 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 blah. And that'll be it. And unless somebody brings up something on the investors call to the contrary that Chapek or Iger will have to kind of wiggle their way out of, they're going to leave it at that. And then what's going to happen? They're going to stroke Kathy a $50 to $100 million check come October to say, "You know what? Thanks for being here. Have a great retirement. By the way, on your way out the door, please sign this non-disclosure agreement and have a nice day."
Mm-hmm.
And you'll never be able to talk about this for the rest of your life. And that's going to be basically how Kathy exits. I think that's my contention. Now, I hope I'm right. I pray I'm right for all of our sakes, because we all want to be able to move on from this chapter. Because what did we get this past week? We got a freaking rock. A rock. I mean, I don't know how to parody this kind of stuff any better. Exactly. Here we go. GEODE. I mean, it killed me this weekend to not have any time to even put out a video on this. And I texted Coach earlier tonight. I said, "Oh my God, you stole my thunder. We had the same idea." Freaking D. Snyder's I Want to Rock. I mean, how perfect was this? I was even going to mix in some flipping SpongeBob with that. I'm a goofy goober. Just go in there with the D. Snyder parody, because it's so ridiculous at this point. I don't know what else we do with this. And, are we still going to have woke Star Wars and woke Marvel going forward? Yeah, guys, get ready for it. It ain't going away. That part ain't going away. But at the end of the day, Disney's still a business. They still need to make money. And I think Kathy's writing is on the wall. I think this is all just beyond silly. It's hard to even talk about it. Let me put it that way, because it's so absurd. How do you even have an adult conversation about this? Because the whole thing is just a comedy. So anyway, that's it. I don't know what else to say beyond this. I'm speechless at this point, which for me is just an anomaly.
Well, I'll tell you what, hearing you say all that, and I think Debbie said something earlier in chat, that she hoped that Kathy would be leaving and that Jon Favreau will take over. And I believe it was Nick, maybe a week ago, was the first person that I recall saying, "No, I don't want Jon Favreau to be the head of Lucasfilm.
I don't either.
I want Jon Favreau to keep doing what he's doing.
Absolutely.
And let him make all of these Favreau Star Wars universe shows the way that he's making them.
Bingo.
And bring in somebody, whoever that person is. It could be me, you, Dwight, any of us. Bring in somebody that's going to allow Favreau the creative freedom to keep doing what he's doing.
And I think that's who Momita Samgupa is.
I hope so.
I really think so. I don't want look, and everybody out there watching on Echo Base, we love you and thank you for being here. And I know we're all Jon Favreau fans. We're all Dave Filoni fans, I think, for the most part. Maybe not all, I shouldn't say that, but I think most of us are. But Favreau, is brilliant as he is as a creative, and he's certainly absolutely financially well-minded enough to run a studio. I just don't think he wants to do it. I'm totally with Coach on this one. This is not what he wants to do. You need somebody who's a financial brain that can go ahead, like a Mohsen Gupta, who they hired earlier this year, basically doing Kathy's job. You look at her job description on the Lucasfilm website; it's Kathy's job, and it lends credence to the whole Kathy is an absentee landlord and hasn't really been at Lucasfilm that much. But I think John needs to be in the creative chair as an autonomous creative director and let somebody else run the business end of Lucasfilm and let John and Dave do their thing. That's what we all want.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I love it.
Yep.
Well said, my friend. Nick?
Nick
He always
said
does
he was
that.
going to walk away.
Okay. I'm getting like a visual of Obi-Wan being cut down by Vader and he just disappears. That's Nick. Okay. Shellback, tell us what's on your mind, my friend.
What do you want for a navigator? I want a rock.
There it is. There it is. What a great music video that was.
Lord.
Oh God.
Now you just need to make the rest of the video instead of just that first part.
I want to butt my head up against a rock.
Yeah.
I mean, like seriously,
Not just any
I
rock,
know
a geode.
Yeah. So a nobody like me, right? Because I mean, I'm like several of the people we have in our little fandom. I'm actually working on a comic book character. You know, I want to try my hand at a little Indiegogo campaign. You know, that type of thing. And if if somebody like me tried to come out with a comic book, novel, cartoon, whatever, and say, I'm going to have a character that is a slab of granite, no arms, no legs, no eyeballs, no mouth, just a rock. And it's going to rock. And you're going to like it. And it'll be wonderful. And no. I would walk in someplace and be like, you know, or I'd try to get like an artist or a publisher or, you know, anybody in the process, you know, hey, look at this. And they would, you know, just like laugh and point and, you know, throw me out the damn door, you know. So the fact that there's people, you know, established people putting this kind of stuff out, it's like, I mean, first of all, I want to know where you're getting your shit at, okay? You know, who's your supplier, all right? And can I get some too?
You know what, Shellback? I've heard people say in the last day, well, Star Trek did it, Doctor Who did it, and I'm like, no, Star Trek had the Horta in one episode, and it was a great episode. It was a fabulous episode. That rock right there that Spock is communicating with, that thing is not co-piloting a ship. There's a huge difference in what they're doing.
It was a tertiary character in one episode to drive a plot. Yeah, that was it.
I mean, you know, like where's the you know, there's that one picture, right, of the female character, and then the vessel, and then you know the rock is, you know, in the background in between them. You know, it's like I was looking and I didn't see, you know, where's like the guy with the dolly or whatever, you know, that's you know that transports, you know, the rock, you know, that, you know, like Hannibal Lecter style wherever he wants to go, you know. I mean, how does he move? You know, I mean, is it like ninja type stuff? You know, you look and he's gone and then he reappears. And, you know, it's like, what? Why? I mean, you know, explain it to me like a 5-year-old, so I can understand. You know, and you know, you guys were, I don't know, there's not really much you can say about it other than it's
Laughable.
It's just a stupid idea. I mean, yeah.
While Shellback was sitting there talking, anytime I step away, I'm still listening and engaging in the chat and stuff. But while Shellback was sitting there talking, I kept picturing in my head Charlie Brown being a part of that story group, and sort of like the Christmas special when he shows up with that tiny tree and everyone's like, "You blockhead," you know, like Charlie Brown went into the story group and was like, "Here's our next character," and presented the Rock, you know.
Actually, there is a meme going around from Charlie Brown Halloween special where someone says, "I got this," and someone else says, "I got a rock."
Yeah.
So that, yeah.
But like Rebels, you know, you guys were talking about, you know, Rebels and you know, was it Rebels or the Clone Wars where Obi-Wan killed Maul for the final time? Okay. But you know, and I watched Rebels. I liked it. You know, I know it's not real popular with a lot of people, but I liked it.
Yeah, I liked it too.
And maybe it was because I was a Star Wars tabletop gamer and stuff like that. So there was characters like failed Jedi and stuff like that. So I mean, it's not that Darth Vader and Obi-Wan Kenobi, Yoda, and Luke Skywalker, it's not like though they were the only 4 people in the whole galaxy that was Force sensitive, and all that.
No.
But I mean, at least in Rebels, there was like a quote unquote rock type character that revealed itself to Kanan, while he was still blind. And I had the name in my head, but now I'm drawing a blank.
Bendu.
Well,
Bendu-
Bendu wasn't a rock.
Yeah, he was more of a giant,
Bendu was like, giant behemoth.
orangutan kind of thing with plant-like structures growing off.
Yeah, but like when you first see him, like when he first reveals himself, he
was camouflaged.
he appears to be a rock type formation, right?
He was camouflaged into the surrounding.
Yeah, he was blinded, and he came out, and he's like a giant behemoth, like Final Fantasy behemoth. It was Bendu.
Right.
Yeah, right.
But I mean, he might not have literally been made out of rock,
Voiced by Tom
but
Baker.
he was camouflaged as such, or like a similar thing.
And he didn't really die. He
done,
might be coming back.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for that.
They could have done something like that.
Bendu died. He became one with the Force.
Well, Thrawn was hovering over him, but he kind of disappeared. So I'm hoping with the whole Filoni thing going on, Bendu might pop up again. Another video.
as a Force ghost. He returns as a Force ghost.
Right.
Well, go ahead, Shellback. Finish your thought.
Yeah. No, I was just saying, they could have, instead of actually giving us a literal rock, they could have done something like the Bendu, who, could disguise themselves as such, but I don't know. It's
some kind of defensive feature.
It just makes me want to finger gun shoot myself,
Well, I'll tell you what, it's a win for me because I'm not reading that stuff anyways, so I don't care.
Well, it wasn't made for us anyway.
Yeah,
according to Miss Ireland.
I don't have to see it on screen, but I'll tell you the negative that it does, though, and it took me a few minutes to realize it. When I get the negative feelings, it was kind of in my subconscious because it brings back the feelings that I had when I watched this.
Mm-hmm. Ouch.
Horrible decisions.
My jaw dropped when I first saw that, and I was in shock at first.
Not this.
Yeah.
This.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So when they do things like this, it's not good.
Oh, it's another middle finger. Yeah.
Not the good Luke with the woohoo, the bad Luke with the wah, wah, wah.
And I do want to highlight this super chat real quick. Jedi6 sends a $20 super chat. Thank you so much, Jedi6. Jedi6 says, regarding GEODE, it's the ultimate way of stripping gender away from their characters. You guys are one of my favorite characters, but I don't even have time to listen to you anymore. Just dropped in to say thanks for all you do. And what a great point that is.
He's spot on. That's exactly what it is. He's spot on.
Yeah, but didn't they refer to
gave him a gender? He's a male.
Yeah, didn't they refer to GEODE as him?
Yeah, he's a male.
They did, but the reason you have a character like that is so you can have an amorphic blob of completely gender androgynous nothing.
Yeah, his real name is impossible to pronounce.
Yeah, I mean,
his real name is impossible to pronounce with a mouse.
It identifies as a male with no penis, and it cannot get rock hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone
But it can rock the Casbah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Jedi 6, thank you so much for that super chat. We love you, my friend. And like I said, this video is for you. It's the Kathy Kennedy shooting range.
So, you guys want to go do some shooting?
All right, all right. We do not condone violence here at Echo Base Network. Just it was a poster, a target. That's all.
Yeah. That's what I call gun control right there.
To Disney's people who canceled Cameron Pasa, we please don't do that to us.
An effigy.
I know, right?
Well, Shellback, thank you so much for sharing all that, man. We're gonna move over to Darth Haster. And what is on your mind, Haster?
What's going on, brother? You there, Darth?
Hello, hello.
And
You're breaking up.
You were kind of coming in there. You were breaking up really bad.
is it working?
A little better.
I can hear you a little, but it's still
That
It's still cutting in and out for me.
great.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, same here. We can hear him, but it's very choppy. It's every other syllable.
Right. Well, I mean, the weather on Hoth isn't,
That's right.
Yeah.
It'd be cold out here.
All
right, well, let's go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and move on to Chris until we get Darth Haster back. What's going on, Chris? What's on your mind?
Yeah, I mean, one thing that's kind of been itching at the back of my mind is something that you guys have been saying. I tried to correct you earlier, but it's about the Kenobi thing.
Mm-hmm.
Kenobi and Rebels will not be crossing over because Rebels takes place later on in the timeline, closer to A New Hope than Kenobi. Kenobi is 10 years after Return of the Jedi. That puts it at 9 years before the Battle of Yavin, whereas Rebels takes place closer to A New Hope, Star Wars, which is roughly, I looked it up, it's about 5 to 0 years before the Battle of Yavin. So, and you can definitely tell because Ezra, Leia, and Luke are all the same age. They were all born the same year.
Yeah. Well, weren't they born on the same day? Because Ezra was born on Empire Day.
Ezra was born on Empire Day. Luke and Leia are at least born a couple days later.
Okay. So I did not know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
And so, I mean, and in fact, actually, in that episode with Kenobi, they actually showed that you see the shadow of Luke running across the sand across this horizon towards the Lars farm. That is actually Ezra's model running across the horizon. They took Ezra's model and they put it up there to show that Ezra and Luke are about the same figure.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay. So Maul will actually still be alive during the Kenobi series.
In fact, actually, if my recollection of the timeline is correct, Kenobi is actually about the same year or a year later than Solo.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
So at this point in time, Maul is actually still
in charge of Crimson Dawn, at least.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Gotcha. Okay. So
Makes
yeah.
sense.
So
Get it?
we won't see Obi-Wan and Maul at all because he doesn't find him until end of
So
Rebels there. Yeah.
I was hoping for that live action version of that Maul death with Obi-Wan. I'm still going to keep my fingers crossed.
Solo lost money.
Yeah.
I mean, truthfully,
Joe.
I would like to actually. I'm one of those odd people that I found some enjoyment with Solo a little bit, and actually, here's the funny twist: is that Therm's Scissor Punch is in Solo, so that's where he
Really?
comes from. Yes,
Mhm,
he's
yeah.
in one of the. Oh God, what's the card game? Sabak games.
Oh, okay.
He's in the
okay.
background one of the Sabak games. But
Really?
anyways, yeah, there's some enjoyment that I get from Solo. It's one of those like little annoying, stupid, guilty pleasures.
Mhm.
But I actually, part of me wish that they would kind of finish the trilogy that they were trying to set up, because I feel like what they would have done with it, or they could have done with it, is they could have had Han be a reason, as a key component as to a reason why Crimson Dawn collapsed, and they could have had Maul and Vader duel in the Solo trilogy.
Oh,
The
that would have
one
been
match
awesome.
that we've been wanting, and I think the only time that we actually see anything like that is actually in an EU comic where a cult cloned Maul because they thought that Vader wasn't good enough to be the Emperor's apprentice. So they cloned Maul and they sent him after Vader, and Vader killed Maul, and then he killed the cult leaders, proving that he's the perfect apprentice for the Emperor.
That's interesting. That's
Yeah.
interesting. I'm giving Deborah Chow a wide berth on that series. I think she could have some fun with it, and she's got the right mentor with Favreau.
Yeah.
But I mean, truthfully, with the Kenobi series, what I would like to see personally, I would actually prefer him to stay on Tatooine, and they could have done something with him sticking on Tatooine. They could have had him getting involved in a gang turf war that would have threatened the Lars homestead. They could have done something with, such as like the Kenobi novel that came out prior to Disney's acquisition of Lucasfilm, which was that he gets involved with a growing number of Tusken Raiders who were going to kind of wipe out all the moisture farmers around the Dune Sea. In fact, actually, they kind of canonized that novel a little bit with one of the short stories from the 40th anniversary novel from a certain point of view. They took the two Tusken Raiders that attacks Luke in A New Hope. They are from the same tribe as the tribe of Tuskens that are in the Tusken Raider novel.
Cool.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of have the same thought process as you. I'd like to see Obi-Wan stick to being secluded on Tatooine and making his story, be there.
No way. Get out of there.
But I mean, if they do end up having Obi-Wan get shipped off, they better have a damn good reason. They better
It's
have a damn good reason
unreasonable
why.
to think, though. In my opinion, like I totally get what you're saying.
Your opinion shit.
You don't even know what I'm about to say. So if you know what I'm about to say, I need you to take me to
And
Vegas.
for those of you in the chat, Coach did a great video on this earlier this week. He and I had a discussion on this, and I love his theory on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
go ahead.
If I am a great Jedi Knight like Obi-Wan Kenobi, it's hard to wrap my mind around. We're going to let a character sit there in the desert by himself for 19 years.
Yeah.
And here's the thing that I want to say to you, Chris, that here's why I said what I said earlier. When I watched this scene in Rebels,
perfect.
When I watch this, and you hear Beru calling for Luke, he appears to be a young child.
Yep.
He appears to be. Hang on. He appears to be a 9 or 10-year-old kid. He's certainly not a teenager right there running.
Bingo.
So that's why I assumed what I assume.
Yeah. That in fact, actually, that was when that episode was revealed. That kind of was a big thing that popped up on Twitter, and I'm trying to think. Someone at Lucasfilm, or actually Filoni himself, had to clarify that was actually that was
A teenage Luke.
a teenage Luke. That was Ezra's model running across the horizon. That was Ezra's model. So it looks a little funny, but that is actually a teenage Luke. That is a 16, 17-year-old teenage Luke.
I could give you a fun theory on that scene that Dave Filoni would love to tie into.
What's that?
Shoot,
all right.
shoot.
Yeah, come on.
So, Coach, something you and I talked about earlier this week, and we know how guys like Favreau and Filoni love to pull things in and literally tie that shot in, just like they did at the end of Clone Wars Season 7, where they wrapped straight up into scenes and they cut through the Chapter 3 of Star Wars, Episode 3 of Star Wars, where they had Ahsoka like walking out of the room before that famous scene with Kenobi and Mace. Okay, watch this. What if that scene we just saw, like we discussed, is right after Kenobi lands back on Tatooine from Dagobah, and you watch Dave Filoni reshoot, or Favreau reshoot that scene with Deborah Chow? They work that out to where, that what we just saw, that clip from Rebels you just played, is live action Kenobi getting off the ship, off the vessel, coming back. Okay, I'm back home, and he sees that shot of Luke running across the desert, but now in live action.
Yeah,
that's the kind of stuff they love to do. I that would not surprise me. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I don't have inside information, but that's the kind of stuff these guys love to do.
I'd love that.
But then it would still be conflicting with Kenobi taking place at 9 BBY and Rebels at closer to A New Hope. They're still two different.
Well, but we don't know. We don't really exactly know for sure. I mean, the Obi-Wan Kenobi series could start there at that time frame, and then it could shift. I mean, that.
So you mean like the series would kind of hopscotch?
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason that the whole show could, might take place over 3 days like the Star Wars sequel trilogy did. But chink. Where Rey is a bum on Monday, finds a lightsaber on Tuesday, and kicks Kylo's ass on Wednesday. I mean, I don't think they're going to do that.
Let me ask you guys this: Do you think that the Obi-Wan series is gonna? Do you think that the main storyline is gonna be Obi-Wan watching over Luke? I don't.
No, I don't think.
No, I think it'll be all. I think it'll be mixed.
Yeah. That hasn't even entered my mind until just now. Like,
no,
I don't think there's any way.
Qui-Gon and I think we'll see a lot of stuff in there, like we talked about, Coach. I'm totally with you on that one. They could do a lot in that 6-hour, show. They could do a whole bunch. They don't have to stay within a very tight time frame.
Right.
They could start out with one episode here and move and move and move, and it might span 5 years.
For me, it's that Kenobi's main mission through that entire 19-year period from between Return of the Sith, Revenge of the Sith, and A New Hope is him watching over Luke. That's just
that's kind of where my mind is at.
It just seems out of character for a man whose complete and total mission is to protect the one hope for one of two hopes for the galaxy, for the balance, for the restoration of the Jedi, for the balance of the Force, to just all of a sudden up and leave without a good reason. Like, for example, a spy for the Empire, figuring out maybe that Kenobi is alive, or that there's some weird connection between this Anakin Skywalker guy who supposedly died during the Clone Wars and some kid who's named Luke Skywalker and has been adopted by Anakin Skywalker's stepbrother.
Yeah, I could see him going off world in that case, and if they did that kind of tie-in, I would be okay with that, because he has that's part of his mission, and that would be his mission. He's trying to stop them from getting that information out there, and so he's going after these people. You know,
heck, they could have a Sith Inquisitor. I mean, remember when Rebels Sith Inquisitors were going around?
Yeah.
Ventress is dead. The Sith Inquisitors were going around, snatching Force-sensitive children. Maybe there's a Sith Inquisitor that snatches up Luke, and Kenobi goes after to save him.
Well, you know, Coach's theory earlier this week, which I really liked, I thought was great. It's one of the few things, as you said, what would be big enough to get Kenobi off-world on Tatooine would be Yoda calling him up on the iPhone saying, "Hey, would you come to Dagobah? I need to talk to you."
That.
No, well,
In a manner,
a little funny.
He
is force calling Obi-Wan, say, "Please come to Dagobah. Yeah. We need to have a chat."
The thing
there's all kind of things that could get him off of there.
The thing that makes my brain twist around is that I understand and agree with everything you said, Chris, but for 28 years, original trilogy Star Wars fans did not see Ben Kenobi as somebody who was just sitting there watching over Luke the whole time. It wasn't until 2005, The Revenge of the Sith, at the end of the movie, where that really became Obi-Wan's been sitting there, okay. And they made that connection there. So from 77 to 2005, nobody saw Ben Kenobi like that.
Here's the problem, though, with the whole Vader, thing, with Vader being in this show, is if Kenobi stays on Tatooine the whole damn time, and we're supposed to have the rematch of rematches, right?
It would have to be a vision.
It just won't work, because I mean, if Vader is there on Tatooine to face off with Kenobi before Star Wars, before New Hope, he would sense Luke's presence as well.
Well,
there wouldn't be the point of the droids escaping Leia's ship and all that crap, because they would have, I don't know.
I mean, just because Vader would be on Tatooine, if he actually ever did come to Tatooine, from my understanding, he doesn't go back to Tatooine until A New Hope, and even then, he didn't even step foot on the planet. Yeah. But even if he did, he probably would not even pick up on Luke's presence and say, "Hey, there's my son."
He wouldn't have. Well, he wouldn't have, because he didn't find out. He didn't put two and two together about Luke being his son until Empire Strikes Back, right?
It was before the redos of Empire Strikes Back. It was sometime between A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back that Vader figures it out, and that he was just playing dumb when the Emperor confronted him about it. He was just playing dumb.
So here's the thing: when we're connecting these dots and figuring this out, like you are, Chris, with the years and everything, I love that. We got to continue to do that. Things should work in a cohesive manner, but Obi-Wan Kenobi and Darth Vader are going to fight again. It's happening. And is it going to make episode 4 different? Are we going to view that episode different now? Probably going to. It's going to diminish it a little bit. It really will. It could be. It's something we talked about earlier. It could be an entertaining thing that we see in Kenobi as a stand by itself kind of thing. But the repercussions, the ripple effect that it's going to have on episode 4, that fight is going to happen. And I like what Dwight said earlier, that, hey, it could be, the rematch could be Mace Windu. It could be, but that's not what Kathy Kennedy was saying. The rematch of the century, Obi-Wan versus Hayden Christensen, or Darth Vader, sorry. And it's happening.
Well, I mean, there's one thing that came to my mind while Shell was talking earlier, in that it could be that the rematch between Darth Vader and Kenobi and Obi-Wan is a vision. And this is how I'm viewing it: is that, remember, near the end of Clone Wars, Yoda had to face series of trials to kind of prove himself to be serious for this training that he's going to get to preserve his life after death.
Mm-hmm.
What if a vision of Darth Vader is Obi-Wan's trial, his rematch? That's his rematch. That rematch is his trial.
That could work. That could work. If they did something like that, I would be okay with that. If they would,
anything that doesn't happen within the actual physical realm of the show, and I think that's what everybody's been talking about. I think you're right on, Chris. You've got to put it into some kind of context to where it's either a force projection or it's Obi-Wan being, and I think would be totally understandable, psychologically tormented at this point by Anakin Vader. Anything like that, to where it's not actually in the physical plane. Like, Vader's not going to show up on Vader can't go to Tatooine and fight Obi-Wan, because that would screw everything up. It has to be something else. World between worlds kind of thing. It's got to be world between worlds, Force ghosts, something
Which is the one planet that Darth Vader never wants to step foot on again, because that is where one of his greatest failures is, and that is protecting his mother.
Which is precisely more evidence to support that Ben Kenobi is not going to be staying on Tatooine.
If he does leave Tatooine, if he does leave and he does this mission and he ends up facing Vader, what they need to do is they need to have Obi-Wan Kenobi somehow fake his death to make Vader think he's dead. So that line in A New Hope saying,
I like that. Chris.
It definitely can't be on Tatooine for sure.
Yeah. Real quick, guys. Dwight, I think Dwight wanted to chime in and had some thoughts on this.
Yeah.
Did you have anything you wanted to add on this, Dwight?
Yeah. Kind of like the Force Ghost. Luke fought himself on Dagobah.
Mm-hmm.
What if that's the Vader that he ends up fighting because he goes to Yoda? But also the same said, isn't he, if he draws Vader away where Mace can go off and fight him physically, still protecting Luke by drawing the fire away, and he has a boy with him that he thinks is his son?
Yeah, I mean that could work too. I mean, there's definitely a lot of different routes that they could take with this whole series. My concern is them having continuity issues. Like, if they can at least keep it like to where everything still lines up and makes sense come the original trilogy, I'd be fine with it. I don't want to see a physical Obi-Wan Darth Vader rematch. I think that's a terrible idea for them to do. But if they do something
like the Dark Force situation, then like, you got to be prepared for this. So you need to train.
Yeah.
So
or the trials thing, or is something like that. I mean, there's ways they can do this stuff to make it actually work.
Part of me is kind of getting this image of Obi-Wan going to the Tusken camp that Anakin slaughtered, and that's where the manifestation of Vader takes place.
Yeah.
Dwight, you said something that was kind of cool. I'd love to see that reverse perspective from Empire, to where, like, somehow in that psychological dream state, if they did that in Obi-Wan, and I don't think it'll happen, but it would be pretty cool, to where you would see from Vader's perspective where he was walking out facing Luke in that Dark Force scene on Dagobah, where he was the other side, where Luke cut the head off and the mask blew off and it was Luke, but we would see it from the Vader perspective. That would be pretty slick. That would be pretty slick. I would love to see that.
Scene.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, like in Star Wars, Darth Vader goes, "I feel a presence that I haven't felt since."
Mm-hmm.
So he doesn't finish the sentence. So You know,
And
they
you
can
have
be like,
Tarkin.
well, you know.
Well, that's
here-
why
here-
it won't be
you
a
also
physical
have-
world confrontation. I
Right.
think if they do anything,
No.
it's it's going to be
Right.
something that's going to be force world between
Yeah.
worlds, psychological projections,
But-
something
I mean,
Yeah,
I would
something
still
where they
like
can
to
get
think,
around it.
I would
I mean,
still
we
like
also
to
we
think
did
that it
have
was,
we
Maybe
Well,
did
they
have
could get it
that
built his son
force.
too.
We did
feel
have
like,
that force fight between Yoda and Sidious at the end of Clone Wars.
I don't think there's any way that they're going to go through this, and there's not going to be something that we're all looking at, pointing at, going, "That's not right."
Yeah, I mean, right now we're just throwing out ideas and trying
Yeah,
to be
Deborah
rational
Chow.
and
Deborah Chow said in her interview, "We couldn't tell the story of Obi-Wan without Darth Vader. We will definitely see Obi-Wan and Darth Vader get into it again." Now, that's not sitting there saying that it's
What?
not going to be a dream state or whatever, but I don't think there's any way that they can do
Well,
this, and they're
why-
not
like I
be.
said, they better have a good reason as to why.
I'm looking forward
Kenobi
to it. I
leaves
really
Tatooine.
am.
Or
Of
what?
course.
Yeah.
Or what? Like,
Or else there are going to be a lot of annoyed fans who
exactly.
that's a,
are
Yeah, that
Exactly.
species just comes up in.
Geode the Rock,
I think that's a
Therm,
crop.
Scissor Punch, and whatever paper character they come up with.
Yeah, Deborah Chow gets the benefit of the doubt because she is a, at this point she is an official Jon Favreau Star Wars student. She gets my benefit of the doubt until she burns it. I don't expect
And
her to burn it.
she
I'm going to
made
put my
a
faith in her,
decent-
and that's it.
And she made a decent episode for The Mandalorian. And
Yeah.
later on, she said in an interview saying, "I don't want to be known as an Asian director. I don't want to be known as a female director. I just want to be known as a good director."
Yeah, amazing. Back like it should be, like it should be.
Yep.
That's why I respect her.
I think
Yeah.
it's a crock. I think it's a
Not
crock
just throw
of,
the spaghetti against the wall to see if it's done.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
And one other thing, do we know? So we know Deborah Chow is directing this thing. Do we know who the writers are? Who's doing the story of this,
No.
and who those people are, and what their
I-
background and
I-
what their
I have not seen any official release. I think Chow is co-writing.
only thing
Obviously,
that-
I think Filoni is probably helping her. I don't think there's any doubt about that. But I haven't seen anything official like IMDb so far, Nick. I'm not sure.
Hossein
The only thing that
Emini
kind
and Joby Harold are the series have gotten the writing credits
So
and
far.
and
What's
they've
their backgrounds?
yeah. I never.
What's their
Hossein
itinerary?
Emini is an Iranian.
Not that background. I'm saying, like, what have they done before?
I'm looking a bunch of stuff I've never heard of before.
as long as they're legit Star Wars fans, I don't care where they're from.
I mean, they don't have to be legit Star Wars fans. They just have to be good writers who know how
Well,
to
that
write
too.
within
But I
the
mean,
universe.
you want good writers who are Star Wars fans.
I
that
mean,
will
we don't
respect
want
the franchise.
a Ryan Johnson who
Yeah.
took what was previously established and throw out the rules and say,
God.
"I want to do my own thing."
Well, look,
Yeah.
and then look, that's my point. That's my point. Ryan Johnson is a very capable director. I
He
really
is.
enjoyed and loved Knives Out. I really,
He's
I
good when he does
adored
his
that
own
movie,
thing.
but he sucks.
I have to
as
completely
a Star
disagree.
Wars
They have to
writer.
be. They better be a big Star Wars fan.
That's what I'm saying,
Or you're
yeah.
gonna get Episode 4 being diminished
Yeah,
Yeah.
by somebody who just. That's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah.
my whole thing. The Obi-Wan series is gonna by itself, standing alone by itself, is going to probably be very entertaining and everybody's gonna like it. But the repercussions that it's gonna have for Episode 4 are going to be there, and I don't think they
Bingo.
can avoid it.
bingo.
Yeah, I agree with that.
The least that I'm asking for is that they're capable writers who can write within a universe that is already previously established with previous established rules. That's the least I'm asking for.
and
Well,
to say
that's
that-
what makes Favreau so good, is because not only is he a very capable and talented writer and director, but he also has a tremendous and profound respect and adoration for Star Wars and the fandom of Star Wars. And that's what I'm saying, is that it's guys like, go back to Ryan Johnson. He's a very talented director. Do I agree with his politics or everything? No, of course not. But I love the movies that he does, like Knives Out. But when you put him in a Star Wars genre and he tries to take Star Wars and turn it into a Rian Johnson film,
Yeah.
It's a crapshoot.
He's good with
it's messed up totally.
He's good with his own stuff. But
Bingo,
when
Chris.
he's the established things, it's a dumpster fire.
When you have an IP,
as this gentleman says right here.
Yeah.
John 42, my boy down there.
when you have an IP like Star Wars, you do not hire a director that was once interviewed saying, my idea of a good movie is when 50% walk out of the theater liking it and the other 50 walk out hating it.
Yeah, that was the worst.
You do not hire that guy for Star Wars or any other any other
stupid, man.
series like that.
Well, I'll say something a little controversial here to you guys. Yeah. This is controversial on the front end, but The Last Jedi is a great story. It's a great story.
Just
the problem with it. Hang on. The problem is you just stole my thunder. Get out of here. The problem is that it's a Star Wars story. That's the problem. That it's Star Wars. Jerk. You better send me another $50 super chat.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Hang on a second. Here comes it. Here,
no, don't do that. Don't do that. I'm kidding.
Well, when they had people start dying by, overdosing on the Force, okay, come on.
Well, I mean, it's not an
Nobody
impossible
ever
thing.
died from using the damn Force.
Actually, there was one, and that is Galen Merrick from The Force Awakens, or from The Force Unleashed.
I don't want to hear that.
He was pulling on the Force so much when he was fighting the Emperor that his body gave out on him. And later on in the EU, Jason Solo became so imbued with the Force that he was glowing with it and almost died, and basically almost kind of fell apart because of it when he was fighting the Yuzan Vong Overlord.
Right. So you see, Chris, why somebody that's going to write Star Wars better be a fan?
I have too much time on my hand to read this stuff, so.
Well, guys, let's jump over to Micah.
Yeah, Micah.
Micah, what's going on, Micah?
So patient.
He's awesome.
Pretty well. You can call me Jace if you guys want to. That's
okay.
Easier. So, no, you guys have basically talked about everything I was thinking about. So, I've just been enjoying the show.
Well, thanks, man.
Like,
he's just a pretty face just to sit there and take a space.
Yeah. Like a mascot, I'm just here and having a great time.
Well, good, man. We're glad that you're here. And I want to respond to this. I was just making a point. I was just making a point, my friend. Like, don't get lost on that, please.
Rian Johnson, another great crime of his is that he antagonizes the fans.
Yeah.
It was out of place for Star Wars, and that was Coach's point, and he's absolutely right.
Your Snoke theory is trash thing or whatever. Your Snoke theory just sucks.
Well, I mean, it's been how many years, and we're still talking about his dumbass. So
well, because he keeps on popping up and won't die.
He got what he wanted,
I hate that picture. That scene was so disrespectful. I almost wanted to go out of the cinema when I saw that.
I don't even want to look at that picture anymore because it's not only disrespectful.
I'm sorry. I'll give you something better.
No. No. My point was, and I want to give it to Jace because I want to let him speak. He's been so patient and an awesome guest for Echo Base. Just sitting here waiting for his turn. But I was going to say, it's not only disrespectful to Star Wars, it's disrespectful to Hamill. Yeah, and I can't look at that anymore. That and even Hamill knows that was a total pile of crap, and he said it.
Don't forget what they did to the actor who played Akbar.
Yeah, just
God.
Didn't he start to cry on the set or something?
He did. Right, yeah. He did.
Here's a hot take. Geode was the rock that Ray was practicing with on that island.
Oh, shut the
No,
Oh,
Geode.
shut the front door.
Geode
Ruin.
is the rocks that was crashing into all of the. Is that they're the asteroids that the
Ruin,
TIE fighters was.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Look,
parody.
I am pulling out my Atari 2600 tonight, and I'm gonna go shoot up a bunch of geodes on asteroids.
The
God.
the parody account Ruin Johnson, he tweeted out yesterday saying Geode is the rock that Luke Skywalker died upon and that absorbed the Force energy and the personality, and we have Geode Skywalker.
And if you believe that, I have another one for you. Jace, the floor is yours, brother. Go.
Jace, we're gonna give you the final word before we hit these super chats, and we're gonna wrap this up. We do have a Mexican Iron Man and self contemplation for everybody, so don't leave yet. Don't leave yet.
No, it's okay if people like the sequels, but they are bad. And like on my streams, I usually say the F word, so I can censor myself. But hashtag F Disney.
There you go.
That is my catchphrase on my streams. So
It is so heartwarming to see somebody so young with this attitude. It's usually us old farts, you know.
Like my dad, he was the one who got me into Star Wars. So I remember when Han Solo shot first and everything. So my dad had all the originals, and he's the one who made me.
He didn't shoot first; he shot only.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, he didn't shoot first until the special editions.
Yeah,
that's
real
true.
quick, I want to know Jason's
edition
thoughts
had
on the Obi-Wan series. What are you wanting to see out of that?
No, I start to think a little bit. Like Anakin, you know, he can like, even if he's Vader, he can like see the future, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like thinking about a scenario where he can like, he dreams about Obi-Wan, he dreams about the future, dreaming about meeting him again, fighting him, or something in that era instead, arena instead. Could maybe work, I don't know. But
Force vision of the future.
Yeah.
Hey, Micah, do you mind me asking what part of the world you're in?
The originals.
You know, like what country?
Oh yeah, country. And Norway.
Okay.
Oh, I knew I recognized that accent. You're up there with Andre from Midnight's Edge.
Yeah, we both.
He's a Viking.
I was thinking that part of the world. Cool. All right.
Yeah.
And all right, so Jace, what is your favorite Star Wars movie?
For me, it's always been The Empire Strikes Back.
We'll let you stay.
God bless you. You're good. You can.
No,
yeah.
I'm just gonna say.
Terrified to mention mine.
Should I just say Last Jedi and then you just eat me out of here? No,
Yeeted.
I'm kind of terrified as to what's going on now.
No, if you said Last Jedi, we'd keep you on just to make fun of you.
Any original?
Well, I do make fun of one of my best friends who loves The Last Jedi. He hates The Rise of Skywalker, but he loves The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
Oh, I had one of my close friends down here in Birmingham after seeing The Rise of Skywalker. He asked my thoughts on it before he went and saw it, and I was like, "It's god awful." And after he saw the movie, he texted me and was like, "Dude, you are crazy. That movie was awesome." And I was like, "What? Did you see the same movie I saw?" Like,
I'll be honest, I got sucked into The Last Jedi at first, but then when I saw Solo and walked out of Solo, part of me felt something was off. And I looked closer into everything. I'm just like, you know what? Nope, these suck.
Well, the Rise of Palpatine.
I was in denial too for a little bit.
The Rise of Palpatine didn't piss me off like TOJ did, but I don't care who you are. You have to admit it was 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Bingo.
And it's okay to like a bad movie, but they are bad movies.
Darth Haster, we want you to get back in here if you're still around. Join us. And I'm going to let you be our last pop in if you're still here and it works this time. Guys, we're going to hit these super chats. We appreciate y'all popping in and doing this tonight. It was a lot of fun. It's a good panel.
Yep.
Yeah, I like this panel. So It's an honor to be here with you guys.
Our pleasure, man.
Yep.
Thank
Our
you,
pleasure.
Jace.
Whenever
All
I
right,
hear
guys.
someone say "join us," I'm hearing "join the collective." Join us. Join us.
The cult of
Right.
Echo
We
Base
are
Network.
the Borg.
Drink our Kool-Aid.
Want to know more?
All right, boys.
Oh, Starship Troopers, baby.
We'll see you guys later. Thank y'all.
See ya.
See it.
Hey, buddy.
Can you hear us, Darth?
Hester,
But I like the Kool-Aid.
Oh, there we
I
go.
can hear you now.
All right, and you're not
It
cutting
tastes
in
like
and out.
that. It tastes like that green movie milk.
Oh boy. Well,
Yep,
you are our final pop in. What do you think, dude?
You there, Darth?
Yes, I'm here. I just had to mute the tubes of view for a second.
Oh, okay. Yep. So,
I couldn't hear you.
what are your thoughts on all this?
My thoughts. Geode. Fuck. I would say we've hit rock bottom, but I think everybody else in the chat has already said it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
We do have a remake, though. We do have a Team has actually worked on it.
A remake of.
Geode.
Oh.
We redrew.
Huh. It sort of reminds me of like a,
and
it sort of reminds me of an anime character.
yeah, it's kind of a butterfly style.
Yeah. Huh. That's awesome. Yeah, that would have been a lot better for sure.
Yep, it sure would have.
Crap! I got a phone call. Hang on, I'll be right back.
Okay.
I don't want to leave it out and make it better.
And you thought it was going to be bad.
Nah, we didn't think that. So, what do you think about the Kenobi series? Are you looking forward to that?
I was looking forward to it. I don't know if I can actually invest myself into more Star Wars if they're just going to keep this up. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't want to hurt myself any more than I have to. You know what I mean?
absolutely. I think that's kind of how a lot of us felt going into The Mandalorian. But that's turned out okay. So maybe this will be all right.
Sorry, your show. I took a chance on The Mandalorian. It was good.
Mhm.
I like The Mandalorian.
Absolutely.
Especially that last episode. Boy, oh boy.
Yeah. Yeah, it was fun.
Oh, but
it was fun watching the fandom be united again for a little bit.
And then we get hot or their own farts republic.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's right, man. Well, Darth, we're glad that you were able to pop in, man. We wish we could sit here and have more time. Next time we do pop-ins, if you're in the stream, I want to make sure you're on the first panel.
Rock on. Rock on.
All right.
All puns intended.
Yeah, exactly. Hang on. Let me do this second. There it is. Now say it.
I want to rock!
Rock. All right, brother. Thanks for coming in, man. We'll talk to you soon.
Later.
Yeah, later, bro. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we got a super chat from B Kenobi. So then GEODE is the representation of Ryan Johnson. GEODE is the representation of Ryan Johnson. His head does kind of look like that rock. It works. Mike Trout says, Coach, we need trigger warnings before the Last Jedi clips are shown with a 30-second window to reach my safe space. You won't see any. You won't see any of those clips here. But I did. Oh, I'm sorry. It was the picture. Got it. B. Kenobi also sends the super chat, and this is the one I talked about to you guys yesterday. They said, I agree 100%. Oh, I'm sorry. I sense something, a presence I have not felt since, I guess it was last year. That's the diminishing of episode 4 that we do not want to see happen. That is not good. You cannot alter the original trilogy in any way. Don't try to make it better. Don't try to make it worse. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. That should never be done. And then B. Kenobi also sends another one. I agree 100% about Vader versus Kenobi will diminish A New Hope. And it will. It will. And it could be very entertaining. It could be fun to watch. And then after it's over, you're going, no. It diminished the original trilogy. Not good. And then Debbie Young sends a $4.99 super chat. She says, hey, Coach, next time you show GEODE, have Ray kill it in practice. And as soon as I type that, someone stole my chat. Well, great minds think alike. Thank you so much, Debbie. And absolutely, maybe Nick and I can come up with a little something about that character. Yeah. And then the last super chat, Sinister Sid Official sends a $5 super chat. Kenobi series should show some of Vader's turmoil, needing maintenance, restricted movement, and the big ball he sits in to remove his helmet. I hope we do get to see some of that. That's a great thought. What an opportunity. I hope we get to see some of Vader like we saw him in Rogue One. Mm-hmm. Like, we need to see that. We need to see Kenobi whooping tail. Yeah. As an older former Jedi Knight. Yeah. That'd be great. That'd be great. I'd love to see an older Ben Kenobi getting it done like that. Yeah. So anyways, guys, thank you so much to B. Kenobi. Thank you so much to Mike Trout, Debbie Young, Sinister Sid Official. We love you guys. You are Echo Base Network, and this video is for you. And everybody, if you will please holler at our brother Mike Trout, who has just upgraded to Jedi Master. Thank you so much, Mike, for upgrading and joining our Jedi Master family, our top tier, for $9.99, guys. Nick, tell them what they get.
Yep. So we got some Echo Base Network bullion coins that are being made. That's going to go out to all the Jedi Master members. We have watch parties. We're doing one next Sunday. We're doing The Empire Strikes Back Revisited, which is a special edition fan edit made version of The Empire Strikes Back that is really, really well done. We have a Jedi Masters only group on Twitter, message group that we're a part of. So if you're on Twitter, DM us over there and we'll add you to that group.
And the thing that I like the most is that we have Jedi Master Council members or meetings where those Jedi Masters get to come in and tell us what they think about the direction that the channel's going. They offer suggestions and
feedback.
Yep. Ask us questions about what we're doing and what we're thinking and all that kind of stuff. And it's just great. It's a brain trust, and we really value that. I'll give you an example. We did a video the other day where we reacted to Doomcock's latest video on the rumors. That was our Jedi Council asking us to do it. Nick and I would not have made that video, and a lot of people enjoyed that, and the Jedi Masters thanked us for doing that, and we thanked them because we wouldn't even done that, and it was fun to actually go through it and do that. So, thank you so much, guys.
And also be sure to go on our community tab on YouTube. There's a section in there to where you'll have to scroll down through there and find it, but it shouldn't be too far down. But there'll be a section for Jedi Master members only, to where you'll be able to pick a character to represent you in our pre-show video. So come up with somebody, a fictional character. It doesn't have to be Star Wars related. It can be anybody that you want, and put it in there, and we'll get you added to the pre-show.
And I'll tell you what, Nick, we've talked about this. I told you that Spock is a member of one of our members here is a member of a band, very talented. Spock sent me an audio clip of them covering the Mandalorian main theme, and it's awesome. And Spock is doing a lot of music for our channel, and we're going to start using more and more and more of his music, and I would like to one day use his stuff exclusively and let him kind of be our composer. And one thing that we want to talk to you, Spock, the very last thing that we do on our feature films is the soundtrack, the score. Mm-hmm. We will be needing music for our LucasArts documentary. So just think on that a little bit. We'll talk about that. If you're interested in doing that, we will definitely love to talk to you. But guys, thank y'all so much for all the super chats and all the comments, and the pop-ins were great. And and even some of the disagreeing with each other, it was great. Yeah. That conversation is important. And to Mike Trout, thank you for upgrading your membership to Jedi Master. Mike, you already know, man, we are UR Echo Base Network, and this video is for you. And if you are not a member of the channel yet, please consider, and we greatly appreciate that consideration. All right, Nick. Well, here's what we're going to do, guys. We're going to close out the show. There's over 100 of us still here. It's 1 o'clock in the morning almost here at Central Time. But we're going to close out the show with an episode of Mexican Iron Man and Self-Contemplations because everybody loves it. Nick, I'll give you the final word. We'll get out of here.
Thanks to all our mods tonight that modded the stream. Thanks to all the new members, all the people that upgraded, all the people that supported us through super chats. We greatly appreciate it. It really helps our channel out. If you guys haven't done it already, smash that like button on here, and stay tuned for more content from us this week. And Tuesday live stream, not sure what time, but Valiant Renegade and Mexican Iron Man will probably be joining me on that birthday stream. It is my birthday on Tuesday, and the Disney conference is on Tuesday. So that's going to be a huge stream to be going over and talking about everything that they talk about. So hopefully you guys will be able to make it back here Tuesday, late afternoon, early evening sometime, I'm sure.
Yep. All right, guys. Thank y'all so much for jumping in here and hanging with us this whole time in a just random live stream that we did. I'm off tomorrow, so me and Nick were like, hey, let's go live. Might as well. We got time.
Yeah.
So this was a lot of fun. And geez, man, Nick, we've been live. I don't even know how long.
2.5 hours.
Yeah. 2.5 hours. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, we'll be getting stuff out to you probably tomorrow and Monday through Thursday during the week if we can. And y'all just be checking it out. As always, we are and you are, just like Senator Sid just said, Echo Based Network. And love all y'all. Thank you so much. And here is who wasn't here tonight? Mexican Iron Man. And if you're new to the channel and haven't seen the official protocol droid here at Echo Base Network, his name is Echo, and you will see him in this video. Echo will be making a comeback in the very near future, he has said.
Imagine me and you, I do. I think about you day and night. It's only right to think about the girl you love and hold her tight. So happy together. If I should call you up, invest a dime, and you say you belong to me, and ease my mind. Imagine how the world could be so very fine, so happy together. I can't see me loving nobody but you for all my life. When you're with me, baby, the skies will be blue for all my life. Me and you and me, no matter how they toss the dice, it had to be. The only one for me is you, and you for me, so happy.
We'll see you guys on Saturday.
See you guys.